So in February 2020, I took my doctor's advice and reached out to the Mayo Clinic in Rochester, Minnesota, and did a phone interview, basically, or phone assessment, and took about a half hour. And I didn't really have a sense if they were going to take my case or not, and she just told me that they would call me back if they were going to accept my case. Well, then COVID hit, and that was in March or whatever that was, and the Mayo Clinic sent an email, which was no surprise, that they were not going to be taking any cases, because of the pandemic. So I was just kind of like, okay, well, it didn't work. Wasn't good timing. Well, then surprisingly, I think it was April, they actually said they were going to take my case, and a neurologist would, I think Dr. Ali was her name, would conduct a Zoom assessment with me, and that was scheduled for May 13th, I think. So really had no expectations, of a Zoom, appointment. But it was actually kind of good. I mean, I forwarded all my information to them, and she talked to me for a good 20 minutes, 25 minutes, and then she had me put my phone down and watch me walk. And after that, she said that, well, I mean, you have dystonia. And I've heard of dystonia. I've been looking things up, and I actually kind of thought that's what was going on with as far as my, my walking or my gait. And at that time, she didn't think there was anything, my face, there were no, symptoms of like Parkinson's or anything like that, because she told me that sometimes dystonia can be the presenting symptom of Parkinson's in people that maybe get it at a little younger age. So, I mean, I was actually just really happy to kind of get even though maybe it was a tentative diagnosis, I mean, it actually felt good. I mean, I was just like, well, at least I have a name for this culprit that's been messing with me for a couple of years now. And she said, hey, we'll take your case, but I would also give you a referral to the movement disorder specialist with CHI, which is probably what my first appointment could have been with if I had waited. So, but enough of that. So I was just happy that I had a neurologist locally that would probably take my case, not drop it or not close the case, and I had a diagnosis, at least a name on it. So I think my first appointment was going to be in September or something like that. And so the Mayo Clinic, I mean, it actually paid off. It kind of got the ball rolling where, at least I was getting some answers, and just to have a neurologist that would, oversee my case was just such a great relief. It really worked out well.